Are you looking for a world-class chiropractic college? Do you have what it takes to be a leader in the wellness industry? Are you interested in being part of a vibrant family culture of young professionals like you? At Parker College of Chiropractic, we're writing tomorrow's history today. We believe success is not only measured in the quality of our doctors, but also the well-being and happiness of our students. We're building a tradition, a legacy, a family, and we're raising the bar along the way. Are you ready to push yourself and achieve results you've never imagined? Are you ready to become part of a family that encourages and supports you along every step of the way? If so, we'd love to meet you. Parker College is a world-class institution on the forefront of technology and innovation. But it's our students and our philosophy on campus which makes Parker College the best place to begin your professional journey.
I chose to become a chiropractor because I started to investigate the medical field. I was a pre-med student in college. I wasn't feeling like I was going to be able to work with patients in the way that I envisioned myself working with patients. I had no idea that chiropractic was used for anything more than just treating pain. So once I realized that I could help people live vitalistic lives, I knew that this was the field for me.
I chose Parker to study chiropractic really because of the program that they had. I came to one of their open houses and did the whole tour with one of the upper tries, and seeing that passion that that student had for the school really was attractive to me.
Ever since I was an 11-year-old kid, I was writing on my journal that I wanted to become a medical doctor. After I got out of the U.S. Air Force, I found myself in a position where I wanted to find a job a career that I could do for the rest of my life, and at the same time that I would enjoy it, helping others. I really loved what Parker was all about and what you could do with the career. It just fit what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I left Scotland about 5-6 years ago, and I ended up having an accident which brought me to a chiropractor, and she was a Parker graduate. I just seen the way that she practiced, the way that she lived her life in general, the principles that she was filled with on a daily basis. That's the kind of person that I want to become professionally. That's why Parker, there was no question about it.
Parker College is about more than just choosing a school. It's really about choosing a philosophy. We believe in accountability, ethics, and integrity. Parker College was founded by Dr. James William Parker. His integrative philosophy of combining scientific and holistic healing techniques continues to guide us to this very day.
Phenomenal businessman, great philosopher. He came up with his Parker principles. As we go through school, we get several classes on actual philosophy, and we're going through Dr. Jim's principles. So following these principles has really made me become a better person, and something that I can use to shape my patients as well.
I had an opportunity to meet Dr. Parker in October of 1992. He wasn't a large man in stature, and yet personality, and you just felt something from him. You knew that there was something special about him. To come to school here 15 years later, and go, wow, I had an opportunity to meet this man was pretty amazing.
Parker's philosophy is very integrative, and I feel like we are exposed to physical therapies, we're exposed to soft tissue techniques, we're exposed to very straight chiropractic. And so that being paired with a lot of the different techniques that we're exposed to, different ideologies being taught by MDs, being taught by chiropractors, being taught by PhDs, those are a lot of different walks all coming together into our little melting pot. And so you can't avoid getting exposed to a great philosophy here.
Dr. Parker's favorite principle was loving service, my first technique. He taught us from day one that when we become a doctor, our number one intention in life was to service, and that we must service those individuals that come to us as if they were our mothers and fathers, if they were our brothers and sisters, if they were our sons and daughters, because we must treat them like family. We must do everything we can to help them achieve a higher level of health.
Students at Parker College come here from around the world, and they choose Parker for the sense of family.
Welcome to Parker!
At Parker, you'll find a warm, compassionate family culture. From your first day until graduation, you'll start and finish your journey alongside the same group of supportive classmates. You can rely on many of those same close-knit bonds after you graduate.
My wife and I, when we first visited, When we walked on campus, we had no idea where we were at. We'd never really been to Dallas before. And as soon as we were on this campus, it was small, it was friendly. And I saw, people were crazy busy here, but they were all smiling and happy and having a great time. The whole idea is they're trying to make you the best person, the best chiropractor that you can be.
I'm so accustomed to bigger universities and colleges where, you just see your professor walk by you don't get to stand and talk to them, or even the president, like Fab, he's always walking around on campus, and the other day he just came out and gave me a hug, and it was so awesome. I've never even gotten to do that at any other school I've been to. So it's really cool because you can feel like there's a family here.
Before I even started Parker, I went to the Parker seminars out in Vegas, and that was what, if I had any doubts in my mind that I wanted to be a chiropractor, they were gone at that seminar, because it was just, that's what it was. It was like thousands of people all coming together as one big family, and that was like, wow, you're not really in a profession anymore. You're part of a family. That was very unique for me.
To me, Parker's a really loving family because we're here for each other, whether it's school, outside, family life, home life. Everybody's here to take care of each other.
Parker College offers several financial aid options to meet your needs. You'll find the personal, hands-on approach in the financial aid department friendly and refreshing. Our counselors take a personal interest in making sure your needs get met.
My experience with Parker Financial Aid was excellent. I knew that I wanted to become a chiropractor a month before I actually started. So that only gave me about 4 weeks for all that paperwork to go through, all the processes to go through. They had excellent GI Bill advisors that walked me through being able to use that financial aid at my disposal from the United States Air Force, and they were able to prepare all those funds to make them available for me the very first day of class.
I had great experience with Parker's financial aid reps. It was very pleasant. It seemed that they were very knowledgeable. It didn't actually take as long as I thought it would take to get my financial aid all processed and everything. In fact, it came back a lot sooner than I had hoped.
Wow, here we go, financial aid. Well, actually, my situation is very different being an international student. Without these guys standing on my side, I'm not an emotional guy really, but there's been times where I've just been close to the edge, when it comes to just breaking down, because of the situations I've been put in. Without the support of these guys, I'd have been lost. Really, they go over and above what's necessary, and if you guys see this, I can't thank you guys enough for everything that you've done for me. Thanks so much. They're great. There's nothing else I can say about that.
Students who enroll in our undergrad program find that they're extremely prepared when pursuing their doctorate. That's because our undergrads learn directly from the same instructors who teach our advanced degree courses.
Taking undergraduate work here really helps you get prepared for what is expected of you in Tri 1. One of the classes I took was a gross anatomy class, and it was the best decision I made. So much information is thrown at you in chiropractic school, so it's really nice to get the just the foundation of all of that, so that when you have all this stuff being thrown at you, then it makes it a lot easier to understand.
Taking classes in undergraduate before entering your first trimester at Parker was very beneficial because you kind of got to see the structure and how the school functioned. Undergrad is still kind of a high-paced type of curriculum. You're taking parts 1 and 2 in the time frame that you would really be spread over 2 semesters in a typical institution. So undergrad was a fantastic idea for me, or it worked great for me.
And so for me, when I decided to change and go through the process of being a chiropractor, I had all these prereqs to do. If I had had to do those somewhere else, it would have taken me at least 2 years to get through that program. Because Parker already had those prereqs in place where I could come and take it here, it took me 2 trimesters. So I actually went through all of the undergrad program here, from the anatomy and physiology, the physics, the general chemistry, the organic chemistry, all of those. So I really appreciated that Parker had those programs in place. It allowed me to step right in and get into those programs. The nice thing about that too is that because they know that your transition really is going to be into the doctorate program, or that's what you're hoping to do, they really lay that foundation for you so you can succeed into the doctorate program.